Yo, what's up, partner? Just gonna wait for some more people to come in. Fucking hell. Hey, my guy. Yeah, I changed the times. Just bear with me one sec. Yeah, I decided to change the times of the lives, especially on the weekends, because give it a like while you're here already. So what's good, people? I wanted to do a voice chat in my Discord, but I felt like it's time for a live because 7 people already watching. How amazing! Awesome. Give it a like, please. Um, yes, I felt like I want to do a live about a topic that I spoke to a new subscriber about, and it seems to bug a lot of people, man. People don't really know what they're getting into when they go to Japan. Hey, shout out to Ryan Dilg. I've never seen you here, so welcome, bro. 9 people watching, awesome, great. So for this for this live, I'll try not to, swear. I try to curb my language a little bit. Man, the book is coming good, getting on good. But I just want to say I try not to swear, and hopefully in the comment sections don't be doing anything, because I want this to be advertiser friendly. All right. Just so YouTube knows, disclaimer: I love women, all women, but I prefer Japanese women. Oh man, political correctness. First time. Oi, NetTech, welcome, bro. Shout out to my guy. So we 10 people watching, awesome. 4 likes only. That's great. Okay, that's fine. Can deal with that. But a lot of you think, one second. A lot of you think that you go to Japan, experience the awesome Japanese life, right? And women will throw themselves at you because they're all submissive. Tutor guitar. Who's David Bond? Tell me more about David Bond, and why did you bring up David Bond? I'm curious to know. Tutor guitar. Just in the comment section, let me know who that is and why I should be watching him. Anyway, I find that, yeah, Japanese women are submissive, but not all of them are, and if you actually expect to go there and meet your dream wife right away, it'll be a tough cookie. Yeah? It'll be a very tough cookie. So, oh, where's my lid? So yeah, let's get into the video because I've been waffling way too long. I'm getting ready to do some shopping and stuff, but I wanted to talk to you beforehand. Like this video because we're getting started. Don't look at the background because my room is a little bit messy, and I'm a messy guy, so depending on so what some guy asked here, how long can people from the West stay in Japan? So it depends on your visa. If you have like a working holiday visa, you can stay for a year. If you have like a just normal travel visa, you can stay for 3 months at a time, and maximum 6 months a year, which I'm gonna do. But I don't know when. Japan has already opened the borders for people who are in Australia, so it's like a bubble travel. I could go to Japan today. I looked at tickets, and I'm actually really excited. But I want to finish my book. My book is coming out. Awesome. All right, so okay, here's the thing, right? Japanese women are different. There's different types of Japanese women, bro. Like, you can't just expect for everybody to be like you think, right? I'll give you a little example, right? There might be submissive, there might be really, feminine and stuff, but it has its downsides, you know? Just like everywhere else, in the West, there might be less submissive, it has its downsides and its upside. And I'm gonna tell you what it is for me, right? The thing with me is, as a black guy who grew up in England, right? I my personality is not like the typical black guy, I'm what you call maybe like a black otaku, a little bit nerdy, a little bit talk a lot. I'm not as tough as some of the other thugs, right? So to some Japanese, for example, black women, I'm not what they are looking for, like the really, really hood black women, right? I'm not necessarily what they're looking for, even though I would love to date one of them, right? Like have my arm and stuff, right? I probably, because my personality is a little bit more, not introverted, but a little bit not as ghetto or dominant as you would say, it would be really tough for me to date them. I personally had always a really, really easy time with white girls, right? White girls, and maybe not Indian girls, but white girls. I had like a huge easy time because they're popular, right? There's a reason why I'm coming up with this, so just bear with me. White girls are really, really, like black guys are really, really popular in England. So I had problem with white girls, right? Japanese women, I had the opposite problem, as in like with black girls. With Japanese women, rather than being too soft with black girls, with Japanese women, I was too, how do you put it, brash, or too high T, high testosterone, So to them, I as a black person, it doesn't matter whether I'm a nerdy black person, I come off as scary, especially for those who um, don't know much other than Japanese, right? Like the Japanese and Asian guys, right? So you have to be real with yourself, You have to be real with yourself and look at your personality. Oh my god, I need to cut my hair, bro. But fucking, sorry, I'm not trying to swear. Yeah. Anyway, so you have to look at your personality, and I've got like a little theory behind it, and my personal theory. My personal theory is women and men, we're different, I don't know how many genders there are, there might be multiple genders, I don't know, but women and men, we're not the same, we're different, right? And a lot of times opposite attracts, right? One of the reasons why, I talk about it in my book, by the way, one of the reasons why you, my friend, are attracted to Japanese women is because you think they're submissive, which they are, right? And maybe you have the same personality problem where feminism is getting too much for you, even though I agree with women rights and stuff, because it's the same as black people's right. It's the same. I agree with women right, but women in the West become increasingly more independent, right? And with them becoming increasingly more independent, it becomes tough for guys like you and me, you know? Yeah, okay, here, check this out. It becomes tough like guys like you and me, who are a little bit more on the conservative side, who are a bit more reserved, who are a bit more intellectual and don't just go by anger and animosity, right? Do you see what I'm saying? All right, here's another guy who just said, saw you almost knocked a guy out on Instagram. You scary. Okay, even though I know how to fight, right? I've never had a fight outside the boxing ring unless I needed to. And the thing with me is, how do I put it? I know how to fight, so I'm in a way, I'm a hybrid, part ghetto and part nerdy, right? Because I used to box for a long time. But black girls only see the nerdy side, and the Japanese girls only see the ghetto side. So I'm like I'm in a limbo, but in a I'm left with nothing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like a hybrid. But anyway, so that's why people like you and me are into Japanese women, because Western women, it's a bit tougher for us because the competition is ramped up. You know, with them becoming more independent, which I agree with. They only go for the top tier, maybe rich guys or guys who, um, like, do you know what I mean? The Tyrones, the Ray Ray, that kind of thing. But Japanese women, for some reason, they know how to appreciate us. Like as introverts. I'm just gonna call myself introvert for now, but I'm a hybrid. Remember, as introverts, So it's easier for us to go there, and all of a sudden, be the new chat, be the new Tyrone kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to explain it from like my audience perspective. You know, and I totally understand you guys, bro. Um, but I have a theory for it, and I don't know whether it's right, but it's just from what I've observed. I've been with a lot of women. I've been with like um, black women, Indian. I've been with different women, right? But I never really could get the hood girls because they were really high in testosterone, almost like masculine, right? And I find it really attractive. I like that. But because they're even to me on because I'm even to them or lower in like dominance. Let's call it dominance, right? You don't kick it for them. Does that make sense? Whereas the black girls I dated, they were Jamaicans, they were more feminine, they were more to them, like my testosterone level was a little bit higher than theirs, so they kind of could submit to me in a way. Does that make sense? Right? If, for example, you as a white guy, nerdy, and you try to talk to a black girl, like, hey dear, I would like to, like that. Trust me, they would shoot you down like a sky, like a plane off the sky, bro. They would literally hurt you and make sure you never approach a girl ever again, right? So it's like I look at the testosterone levels. Now, now with white girls, that's difference. It doesn't matter, who you are. As a black man, you're a black man, You're a little bit more edgy, you're a little bit more taboo, you know. So they're not really familiar with, the levels of black guys. So to them, in terms of like attractiveness or testosterone, it's suitable. It's just enough where they say, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." It's attractive, not scary. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I never really had a problem with white girls, I think. But with Japanese women, it's a whole different story, bro. It's a whole different story. If you have a little bit too much, you scare them off. For Japanese women, what is good is you can't have too little. That's what I've noticed. And that's why guys like you and me are perfect, right? If you in the West, where there's too much competition, where you have to be too much of a bad boy, where you have to like sell illegal substances, where you have to like carry weapons with you at all times and stuff, where you have to be really like, to get a black girl, it's not necessarily, and if you don't really fit that personality type, it's not ideal. So going to Japan, it doesn't matter what you are, right? Whether you super nerdy, whether you weep, they will accept you for, who you are in a way. But with black guys, it's a bit different. With black guys, you are scary. You are taboo. You are edgy, all right? And the reason why the not all Japanese women are different is because some of them like that. I kid you not. I spoke to, so there was this one guy who found my channel yesterday, and he was making like interesting comments, right? He was making like really, really interesting comments. Like I could tell that he had an issue with like, because for him, he I don't want to name his name, but for him, he thought being black is a deal breaker, when in reality, you have to go to the right places. You have to find the right women who actually perceive being black as edgy or being white as superior. I tell you right now, if you in a place, if you're in a place in Japan and you like a foreigner, white or black, it doesn't matter, I don't care, right? And it's not acceptable to date a foreigner because girls will be called amajos, which is like a derogatory, how do you pronounce it? Derogatory, like a not good comment, right? I'm gonna have to cut this one out, bro. It's not like, it's not a nice compliment, right? Then you have to be patient, right? In my last stream, I said like, oh, it's tough for women to express their emotions and stuff in Japan, right? And there's a reason for it because they get shamed for dating like a foreigner. Do you see what I'm saying? So with them, right? The one thing I will tell you, and I wish I knew it, is you have to be persistent. Persistent without being pushy, without being overbearing, you know? Because you have to kind of time it. I hope I kind of make sense. So what I'm trying to say is, look at your personality type. If you're a weeb, if you're a nerd, go for the submissive girls, right? If you're a bit more a hybrid like me, go for the girls who, you know, think edginess is a good trait. See what I'm saying? But then you have the opposite problem, right? If you go to Osaka, there's some really, really ghetto, almost wannabe black Japanese women that they're trying to look black. Do you see what I'm saying? And with them, they're the same as black girls, just that they have like a Japanese like appearance, right? And most of them have really, really good bodies as well. And you can recognize them. They wear hoop earrings. They have like makeup. Some of them wear like braids, you know, trying to look black, right? And with them, competition is real, bro. Then being black is not enough. Same with you white guys, bro. Same with you white guys. If you go to Japan, right, and you're a bit of a weeb, a nerd, that's not a big deal, right? But if you maybe like have black hair or brown hair, right, and you have got like a Japanese girl that you're dancing with or interacting with, and someone blonde comes along, he will have a better chance of actually snatching her away from you. You know? In my book, I also cover like Latino guys. Latino guys, you guys are absolutely killing it. Killing it. And the reason why is because, in a way, you can come off as white, you can like pass as white, so you can get the gaijin hunters, right? Or you can like dress up and be all loco, you know, loco, what we gonna do, what we gonna eat today, some burritos, you know, like that, you know? And you can actually have like access to amajos, right? So you have like a wider pool. Yeah, let me see some of the comments. But yeah, man, awesome. 20 people liking. I like this, bro. Like, if you guys could like this video, it would be cool. I'm also here in Japan, side Maya. Oh, I looked at flights today, man. And flights from here to Japan will be $400 Australian dollars, which is the equivalent of like 250 US. And I was like, oh man, I could either move now and leave everything behind, or I could just wait a little longer, make more money, and then stay in Japan longer. I'm a bit torn, you know, because once you're in a place, once you're comfortable, it's scary to go out in the world, right? Even though I'm on the other side of the world, like Australia, it's kind of scary to always like leave your little nest. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh man, listen. Some guy asked me just now, how much is enough to stay for like 3 months in Japan? I am super frugal, right? If you find a really cheap Airbnb, don't worry, man. I'll answer all your questions. Like, I'll answer all your questions. I'll go through your questions. But alternatively, I'll go in more details in my book, which is coming out in 8 days. But look, if you're in Tokyo, I promise you, this is what I did. I only had £2,000 which was the equivalent of how much? Maybe 3,000 US dollars, and I stayed there for 1.5 months. But here's the thing: I didn't use up all the money, and second of all, I only used up maybe the equivalent of $2,000 a month in Tokyo. But I was living super frugal. You know, instead of buying stuff to eat and going out to yakitori and like doing like the restaurants where you kind of cook your own meat and stuff. See, I said stuff and not the other S word. Um, I actually would go to the supermarkets and buy myself the meat that you would cook in a restaurant, like fresh in a supermarket, like ready made, you know? And the thing with Japan is I don't understand why people go out for restaurants when you can get the exact same thing in a supermarket just as fresh, super fresh. You know, one meal was out of date for just 1 hour or so, and they just threw it away and said no, no, and then asked, "Can I have it?" And they said, "No, no, no, not allowed, not allowed. It's out of date." I was like, 1 hour only. It's like doesn't matter. You know, they're really like hygienic. You know, and if you live like that, I promise you, you can maybe make $150 for 1 month, right? I spent 200, $1,500 for 1 month. I personally spent $2,000 because I went to the Maid Cafe, I went to Disneyland, I went on a lot of dates. So I was super frugal at the back end, but to film videos, I was not too frugal. I would splash money. One funny thing is, one funny thing is, getting accommodation, Airbnb, right? A lot of people stay with like host families, which I actually intended to do, right? Like Japanese host families because you want to live the Japanese life. You want to experience what it's like to have dinner with a Japanese family. I bought the cheapest Airbnb in the outskirts of Tokyo. Guess what happens? I arrive. It was a nice house, nice Japanese house, but it wasn't a Japanese family. It was all Indians. So instead of eating Japanese stuff, I would eat curry every night. You know? And I loved it, you know, but it's not like it's not like what I was looking for, you know. Hey, but listen, the Indian guy I lived with, and he was living with his sister. He was a cool cat, bro. I would go out with him to the arcades, and you know, like he would film for me when I was talking to Japanese women and stuff. He was a cool cat. It was cheap and it was good. It was, but the only problem with Japan is where you have to be careful. Um, if you do what I did, the only thing I wish I would watch out more for was transport. Transport is expensive, you know? Like, maybe I was spending like on food and rent maybe $600 or something like that, and the rest went to transport because I was living in the outskirts of Tokyo. And I would always have to catch a train to the city, you know, which is called Shibuya, Sentai. And even though it was super efficient, it would just tax you a lot, like bing, 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 you know? And if you want to be a bad guy, like I ended up being, what you can do is instead of getting the normal tickets, get the kids' tickets, which charge you half, right? I wish I did that, but I was a little bit extreme. I was a little bit extreme. What I would do is I would just jump over the fence, right? And this one time where I think I was about to meet a Tinder date or something like that, but I was late because I caught the wrong train. So I ran to the train to different train station, and the guy who was like the security, like I jumped over the fence, which is like a 2 meter, not 2 meter fence, right? Like 1.5 meter fence. I jumped over it. As I landed, I look up. There's a little Japanese security guy looking at me. He's like, "Hey, what you doing?" I was like, "Thank you, thank you." You know, like I say, train, train. I'm catching the train, and he just let me pass. So, like, you can literally, if you want to be a really bad guy, you can literally take the kindness for weakness, which I wouldn't recommend. But yeah, man, accommodation, if you live outside Tokyo, it won't be expensive. Food, if you go to Family Mart and like, you know, like 7-Eleven, you can get like a proper meal for really cheap, half the price of the restaurant. It's only transport you have to watch out. So I would say it'd be worth going maybe a little closer to the center of Tokyo and pay a little bit extra and save that on transport, you know? Oh man. Curry fire though. Yeah. How's the vibes there? All right, I'll tell you the vibes in Japan, bro. And a lot of you guys, I don't know whether you'll be disappointed or not. Being in Japan for the first time is probably the coolest experience ever. Like this video, by the way. I want to see more than 13 likes. Come on, boys. 21 people watching. Being the first time in Japan, you see all the lights. You see the people. You know, it's all novel. It's all like stimulating. It's like you in heaven, you know, like stuff you have never seen before. Awesome. But if you stay there for more than like, I'm talking about Tokyo. I'm not talking about anywhere else, you know? If you stay there for more than like 2 weeks, it becomes, you'll see it in a different light. You see people are like robots. It's depressing. It has a different vibe to it, you know, like all of that shiny, you get like numb to it. It's a little bit depressing. I mean, um, because it's not new anymore, and the thing that makes it depressing, it's not, it's loneliness, bro. It's loneliness because nobody speaks English. You are a foreign entity. You're very foreign. You're like people almost like go out their way to ignore you because you're foreign. And it's not because they are discriminating or anything. It's more like most of them don't speak English, and then I want you to like ask them a question and they don't know how to answer it. You know what I'm saying? You know? Um, so it's depressing. But if you go to like Osaka, Okinawa, then it's less depressing. Like Okinawa's tropical and people are like, "Hey, chill, hey, what's up?" You know, this and that. Osaka, everybody likes you because you're black or you're foreign. You know, like in Tokyo, it's a bit more like business districty. You know, um, and here, if there's one thing you want to know, Tokyo, white guys will do really well. Like, because they're like, they interpret your shyness for coolness, mysteriousness. But if you go to Osaka, it's completely different, like, culture. Like, they're like funny guys, you know? And black guys, right? In Tokyo, I don't think I did too well in Tokyo. Maybe I didn't stay there for too long. Um, yeah, they have amazing culture, bro. They have like awesome culture. They're really polite. You know, this one time I got lost. Nah, this one time I went to this far village. Not village, but like cultural district, which was like 2 hours away from where I was living. So I just did like a day trip, and somebody got hit by a train. So I couldn't get back, and it was getting really late. And I was planning on sleeping outside, you know, even though it was like you would hear like it was like jungle and there was bears in the jungle, in the forest and stuff. And I was like, yeah, Japan is safe, you know. And at night you would hear like animals like, "Cuckoo, cuckoo," and I'm like, oh my days, bruv. Like, what am I gonna do? You know, so I had my little blanket, you know, my backpack. I had enough food, and I stayed. And no, I didn't have enough food, so I went to late night restaurant to eat, you know. And then they said, "Oh, we're about to close. Where you staying?" You know, and I was like, "Oh man, I'll find accommodation later." You know, I was lying, and I'll find accommodation later. And he said, like, "No, it's too late, man, and there's bears outside. You know, you can't just like go and sleep outside, right?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, bears, I'll be all right." You know, I said, "No, no, you won't. Just come with me, and I'll just accommodate you for the night. Um, I'll accommodate you for the night, and then tomorrow morning you'll leave, right?" And I was like, yeah, man, awesome, bro. Because like they had like those temples, I don't know how you call them, where you can like pay a lot of money to stay in a luxury temple or an old school temple, you know, and tourists would pay. But I actually said maybe like $100 or something like that, staying with this guy, not knowing that this guy was an alcoholic. I don't know what. what was going on, but he was drinking a lot. He would take me to his place, right? And in a small kind of room, he was like sleeping in a futon. I was sleeping on the floor, you know, and I couldn't sleep. I was watching this guy, you know. I was like, I was watching this guy all night because like you an alcoholic, and he gave me like weird, creepy vibes, you know. And as I was about to fall asleep, he gets up and I wake up, you know, ready to like to fight. You know what I mean? You know? Because I don't know, man. Like, you know how when you're trying to sleep, but you're like in a half sleepless state because you know that, you know, you might be in danger, you know? But this guy was still more harmless than bears. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, whatever. So he got up. I think he was like sleepwalking or something like that because he didn't realize what he was doing. He got up, went to the corner of the room. Keep in mind, this room was small, right? And started, how do I put it? Um, took off his pants and started urinating in the corner of the room. And I'm thinking like, oh my days. I'm thinking like, what did I get into, man? I was like, what did I get into? But I think he was sleepwalking. I didn't think he was conscious at that time, you know? So I think he was maybe thinking that he was in the toilet. And then like I don't know, it was just a couple hours before dawn, and I was just like getting ready, getting my clothes on, and I was about to leave, and he was like, hey, would you like to have breakfast? And I was like, oh my god. Because he accommodated me, I didn't want to be like rude and stuff, you know? So I was like, yeah, sure. Um, let's have breakfast. So he gave me like some dumplings, you know, some Japanese dumplings. And he walked me to the train station. I don't think he recorded anything that happened that night. And I thought like, damn, that's some crazy stuff. But you can see they're polite, but for some reason I kind of sense that they have other issues different to us, which are mental. Not that they are mentally deficient. It's more like that they are more under pressure, you know. They are um they're under pressure by society to perform, and if they don't, they get ostracized. That's kind of like the impression I get, you know, like I might be wrong, you know? What, UK is depressing? Yeah, man. No, UK. I'll tell you what right now. Like UK for me, I've been around the world. Besides Australia, UK is awesome, really good. But the only thing that's depressing is the weather. If you look at this, check this out, bro. See the sky? How gray it is? It it's pretty gray, right? Because it's bad weather. You know, once in a lifetime here in Australia, it's really bad weather. But in the UK, it's always like that every day. You will see maybe the sun 6 times a year. You know, and that's why I had to leave, man. Now keep in mind, I was born in Germany, and Germany is cool too, but it's just the people that are not very friendly, you know. Whereas UK has the opposite problem. You know, the people are awesome, really accepting. Doesn't matter where you're from, but the weather gets you depressed. Yeah. So yeah, just let me know where you guys from. Like, I want to know, like, have I got an audience all around the world? You know, just gas me up a little bit. What's up, Rothschild? LA. From UK, East Midlands. I'm from Vancouver. Damn. So America, UK, Canada, mostly Western countries. Are there any people from India? I have some Japanese people watching me, but they just comment, you know. No, man. My dad lives in Germany. My dad lives in Germany. My mom and my sisters and everybody's in the UK basically. Some family in Ghana, and I'm the only one here in Australia. I'm gonna leave Australia a couple of days and a couple months anyway. Yeah, shout out to Netherlands, shout out to UK, shout out to Las Vegas, Netherlands, Jersey, United States, mostly United States. Interesting. Yo, man, I'm excited about my book because this one is gonna be a banger. Make sure you put on the notifications as well because um, it's currently under review, and I actually accidentally like priced it wrongly, so it will kind of like it will, and I'll change it once it's published and stuff. But yeah, man, what the book is basically about is how you can navigate Japanese women and your stay in Japan, right? Because if you go to Japan alone, for example, I'll give you like little tips like how to overcome loneliness, how to overcome shyness, and with white guys, here's what I've got to say in my book about white guys. You might think you can go to wherever, like to Japan, and you will have it really easy. Which you will. You have it easy to attract certain groups of Japanese women, right? Right. So this is the thing, right? Most Japanese women they want to get with an Asian guy. Koreans, to be exact. Koreans are super popular because like in the early like in the beginning how I said in the videos, like Koreans are a bit more the masculine Asians, a bit more aggressive, so they have like the perfect balance, you know, like they're tall, they're a little bit more masculine, but for us they look feminine, right? But to the Japanese women they're a little bit more masculine, they're Asian looking, they have courtesy, they have like it's not too much of a clash, right? So most like Japanese women they want to get with Asian guys. If so, shout out to any of you guys who are like Asian looking but have like Western a bit westernized, you know, because you guys will do the best. But in terms of there's a small subset of Japanese women that like foreigners, white guys, Latino guys, Indian guys, Arabic guys, whatever, you know. Even though it's a small subset, it's still large enough that you will encounter them frequently, right? And out of the subset, I find that white guys do the best. Yeah, Thailand is good too. I like Thailand. White guys do the best. But the problem with white guys, I find, is there's some super handsome, like, no homo, but there's some super handsome white guys who you think, like, would kill it in the West, right? They go to Japan, they have no problems attracting Japanese women. Zero, right? Everywhere they go, they get attention. I said, oh, bro, did you just see that, bro? She looked at you. Hey, she looked at you, bro. Do something about it, you know? And then, and this chat-looking guy be like, with a high-pitched voice, "No, I'm nervous. I'm too scared. You know, like, what do I say? You know, like, they don't know what to do." I was like, bro. So you want to tell me that all your looks, all, all all the handsomeness is just for waste? So I would have to intervene to actually like find ways that I discuss in my book to actually get them to like interact with each other, you know? What I always do is um yeah, so I would always like that would kind of need me to be around at all times kind of thing. And I felt that was a shame. So what I always do is I was like, look, bro, what you can do, bro, is just take out your phone and put on Google Translate, you know, and just pass her the phone and she will read it. Say something funny, say something corny. And the one that always worked for me was like, if she's with a friend, you know, I type in, are you guys look like sisters. And bro, 99% of all times, they will laugh so hard. They'll be like, oh, that's so funny. Because they like him, you know, they think it's attractive. So anything he would say would work. Even if he said, "Oh, the sky is blue," because they like him. It's the underlying emotion that dictates their behavior in a way. You know, like it's with all of us, right? For example, um, I could say, "Hey, boys," um, what I could say something really stupid, and because you guys like are loyal supporters and followers, you'd be like, "Yeah, go Jozu, you the one," right? because you already are supportive of me. You already like what I say. So you kind of like it's called the liking bias, you know? And contrast that with somebody you don't like. If they say one plus one is two, you'd be like, hang on, let me question it. I don't like you, so let me really scrutinize it, right? So attraction is the first thing, right? But you have to open your mouth, bro. You have to. Because if you don't open your mouth, you won't get any. So there's this one guy, right? German guy. We got on really well. He would make 100K a year. He lives in Japan. Really good looking guy, but he didn't know what to do, or he didn't have the balls to say anything, right? And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, there's ways where you can go about it, right? Whereas black guys, we have the balls to say stuff, but sometimes we come off as too strong or too forward, Especially with Indian guys. I've noticed that your Indian guys, you gotta be a bit more reserved, because black guys, even though I have to kind of like pedal down on my personality, I have to kind of like numb my personality a little bit, right? Yeah, funny helps in Osaka, but it wouldn't help in Okinawa, and it wouldn't help in. I don't think it will help as much in Tokyo, you know. So there's this problem where, as a foreigner, whether you're white or black, some Japanese women find you overwhelming, your approach and stuff. So you gotta gauge the situation. Be persistent without being too overbearing, without being too pushy. If that's if there's one thing I could tell my previous self, that was the one thing I would tell myself. It's because there'll be Japanese women in Tokyo. Because in Tokyo, keep in mind, I never had like real success in Tokyo, and that's because I thought the same thing that applied to white girls applies to Japanese women. White girls, they will they will give you the eye and this and that. Whereas Japanese girls, they will shy away. And I wasn't persistent enough. I would take it as a no, when in reality they would be into me. Yeah. And if you can actually like speak a little bit of Japanese, even if it's just like a few words, you know, trust me, um, their awkward attitude will kind of like awkwardness is an emotion, right? It's an emotion, right? And any excuse me, any emotion can be translated into another emotion if you do it right. If you for example, if they are awkward, right? You approach them initially, they're awkward, but then you say, um don't say that, but I'll give you an example. Once well, I tend to say, after I got to know a girl for the first time and she's comfortable with me, I always say "kekonshitai." That means like, I want to marry that. I always say that, and they always laugh, right? Usually, like when they feel awkward, right, and you say something that makes you can make them laugh, the awkwardness for some reason like gets displaced by laughter, and then all of a sudden they forget all the shyness, because they kind of like think you're funny now, and that gives you like a pass. Yeah, that gives you a pass to actually start interacting with them, and you need to find certain ways to go about it, because they have this awkwardness wall, you know. Some guy earlier said in the comment section, "Oh, teach us how to talk to Korean girls, bro." It's the same thing. If you say something in Korean, for some reason that awkwardness disappears, kind of thing. Because I live in a Korean area, right? And I always used to think, oh, they're so awkward. No, they're not. Okay, they're awkward, but like the way I would talk to them is a bit like, I'd be like, hey, how are you? And they'd be like, oh, goodbye. But if I say something in Korean, like just one word, like 감사합니다, that's the only thing I know. That means thank you. They'd be like, oh, that was so funny. How do you learn that? All of a sudden, bye turns out, oh, that was so funny. How do you learn it? And that gives you mean like a pass to actually start a conversation. Yeah, giggling, bruv. Whenever a Japanese girl is giggling, bruv, you in. Especially if you're foreigner. Yeah, sorry. I'm just scrolling up to the comments up top. Somebody asked, so you're coming up with another book. Yeah, I'm coming up with another book. So, my first book was more like to give you confidence, right? Because like as I described that like personality types, if you're a bit more introverted, you've got to at least be able to open your mouth. And that's my first book, what's about, right? Telling you about that. But my second book, learn game in the United States, then go to Japan. Yeah, bro. If you do that, you won't be successful. Sorry to, because I thought so too, but it's a whole different ball game in Japan. They're completely different, bro. Sorry, let me just say. It's just completely different. What works in the UK or in the United States doesn't really work that much, because if you're confident, you're like overbearing, right? If you talk a lot, you talk a lot, right? In a way, you have to be a bit more. I'm talking from a black guy, right? I have to be a bit more reserved. You know, I have to be a bit more reserved, and it helps that I speak Japanese too. Wait, let me just. I'm gonna go outside, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. Where's my wallet? By the way, I want to show you guys something, right? Ignore the mess, cause I'm a messy person, right? So don't judge me. But I want to show you guys something, bro. Check this out. Bum bum bum. What is this? Do you recognize this? Or this? Oh damn. I'm gonna be wearing this one today. I'm gonna be wearing this one today. Cause make sure I rep at all times. You get me? Make sure I rep at all times. I think links should be in the description if you want to have one of these bad boys, bro. One of these bad boys. Wait one sec. And if you want one of this bad boy, bro. He says, I know some Japanese. What do you mean? Self-congruence. Actually, I find that you have to be a bit more like, if a girl likes you, she likes you, period. Oi, shout out to my main guy Alonso. I would say he's my favorite supporter, but obviously I can't say that because it's not politically correct. Wait, hold on. I would say Alonso's my favorite supporter, but obviously he's not. The merch is sick, innit? Yeah, man. People are supporting it, man. Like, people are repping. Like, I've got people repping me in London. You know, you say somebody sent me a screenshot saying he's like, I represent you in London. Then I had some guy representing me in Perth, Australia. You know, like, it's going. Like, obviously we're still small channel, but we're tight community, and that's what I want, bro. But yeah, man, like, if you see me wearing my merch, right, that means you know it's on, bro. Got my Jordans as well. Like, I got my working boots. Should I wear these today? My working boots or my Jordans? I don't know, bro. I think it might rain today. Damn. Yo, man, I'm pretty proud of myself, actually. Like, I didn't swear today in the stream, so I should be alright. Flexing on you. Of course, what do you think this is, bro? This is a flexing channel. I don't know whether you've seen our garden. Look, listen. I live with Koreans, right? But Korean males, right? Mate, Koreans are the coolest dude once you get to know them, bro. Psh, quiet. Look at that. Yeah, hey, listen, I've got a GoPro, but the quality on the GoPro. Hey! Quiet. The quality on the GoPro is not. It's like a raven, but like an oversized raven. They have got like weird animals here in Australia, bro. Like huge raven. I don't know whether you can see it, man. Wait, hold up. It it looks small in the video. Chill out, bro. Chill out. Yeah, it looks small in the video, bro. It's a raven. Like, hey, bro, I'm telling you, man. Australia's by far the best country I've visited, man. By far. You're Aussies. And the shame is the Australian people, they don't even know what they have. They really don't know, man. Like, they don't appreciate what they have, man. It's a sad thing, but man, it's. I guess this is I guess this is the way the world goes, right? Like even with girls, right? There's always a battle, whether you like to admit it or not, right? Like there's always a battle in a relationship. I'm talking about relationship wise, right? Oh, like I'm gonna put on some deodorant because I forgot to put some on deodorant. So it's always a battle, right? You are trying to, like, as a man, like, this is my philosophy as a guy, you should always be trying to strive for something, do something, right? You should always be trying to do something, you know, have a purpose in a way. And it's so cliche, but it's true. Come on now. It's so cliche, but and the woman who is on your side, she wants you to succeed, but at the same time, she wants some form of security, right? If you don't give her enough security or any security at all, she has to go somewhere else because you're not looking after me. Like, remember my latest video about Lamar, right? Where Lamar would just party and, you know, like neglect his family. She has to leave because she's basically saying, okay, look, lottery ticket, you're not scratching it for me. I'm gonna have to look for a new lottery ticket so I can actually have a family, right? But at the same time, if you give her security, right, too much security, she will take you for granted, right? I don't know whether any of you guys watch Dragon Ball Super. For all you nerds out there, I'll give you a little bit context. Dragon Ball Super, there's this one character who is super strong. His name is Jiren. And nobody can beat him, right? And he's like so untouchable, right? So untouchable because he's like this new thing, this new entity that nobody can beat, right? Even Goku can't beat him. They all have to come together, everybody, and they still can't beat him, right? In the end, he loses because of, I don't know, man, like it was the whole universe against him, right? And he is super strong. Nobody can beat him alone, not even the gods, right? But then there's this new Dragon Ball Z hero, Dragon Ball Hero coming out, where Jiren is the same person, but he is on the good side this time. He's on our side, like Goku's side, right? Like the protagonist, I think that's what you call. All of a sudden, his strength, where the whole universe had to fight against him, was nerfed. So the new villains are able to like challenge Jiren and make him look a bit weak. And that's what, like, that's like the example I use to describe a relationship. Once a woman has got you submitted or putting her on a pedestal, you are this amazing Jiren, but nerfed, almost useless. Does that make sense? Yeah, I mean, they butchered my boy, man, Jiren, bro. They butchered Jiren. Like this amazing being that is super strong, just because he changed to a good side, like our team, like the good heroes, right? all of a sudden he's been nerfed in terms of like his strength. He's almost like not as cool anymore. I don't know how to put it, but that's because we have conquered him. He's on our side. I don't know whether that makes sense, bro, but I hope I made my point. Yeah, so as a guy, you should always be striving, and the more the more you actually look for creating something, you know, the less time you have, because attention is a currency, right? Attention is a currency. So the more attention you put onto whatever you're trying to strive for, the less you can actually give the girl, right? And that will make her a little bit insecure and makes her keep liking you because she's still occupied with basically conquering you, you know? Does that make sense? Um, you have nothing going on. I find that, look, if I always have nothing going on, is my job, and oh man, yo, you guys still here? Let me know in the comment section whether you're still here. Damn, I just left my house and connection broke. Yo. Damn, I'm gonna have to restart the live. Yo boys, are you guys, say something in the comment section so I know that I'm not disconnected to the internet. Oh, awesome, good. Yo, the area I live in, look, the area I live in is like a super posh area, right? It's super rich. Like, you have to have money to live here, okay? You have to have money to live here. But because I negotiated my price down so low to where I pay like next to nothing, yeah? To where I pay like next to nothing, I didn't know, even though it's like nice houses, I didn't appreciate where I live because I pay next to nothing. Now contrast that with me paying like what, $500 a week, right? I would kind of start appreciating. I'd be like, oh my days, actually I live in a clean neighborhood, you know? I live in a clean neighborhood. Oh man, no. So what I did is initially I paid a lot of money to stay there, but I kind of befriended the landlord. I would go to church with him. I would kind of like use my social charisma to, like, you know, be close with him because I really liked the fact that he was Korean and I wanted to learn about Korea, and he was I don't know, he took a liking to me, right? Not knowing that he actually really liked me, but that's a different story. I made a different video for that, yeah? And then when the corona hit, I said, yo, I'm leaving, man, because this place is too expensive and I lost my job, so I'm gonna leave, right? And he says, no, don't leave, man. I was like, man, I gotta go. He says, okay, man, we'll make it half price for you. I was like, you make it what? You'll make it what? And I said, I'll make it half price for you. And I said, half price is not enough, it's still expensive, you know? And I was like, okay, what do you want to pay? What can you pay me? I said, I'll pay you, I don't want to say the number. I'll pay you that. And I said, okay, stay. So basically, the guy was already invested in me, because I'm the only one that speaks English in the house, and I would kind of teach him English and stuff. So over time, we became friends, and he started needing me. Does that make sense? He started needing me because I'm the only one that speaks English, and he wants to improve his English and stuff, you know? And I was like, once they get invested, right, then you can throw your weight around. So that's how I kind of like negotiated my price down. So I only pay next to nothing, bro. And my room, I don't know whether you have seen it, my room is huge. Look at the houses in the area, man. Pretty nice. I don't know whether he likes me, but like, um, there was, I don't know whether I can talk about it because YouTube, but there was this one time where I made a joke and it was really funny, and he tried to SPANK me, right? And I turned around and I looked at him like this. Yo, don't do that again. I looked at him like, hey, don't do that again, man. Like I was gonna beat him up, bro. And he says, oh, okay, sorry, oh, sorry. You know? And it never happened again since. Like, if you don't like something, nip it in the butt right away, bro. Yeah, Sydney is a place where you can walk around, man. Public transport, like in fact, having a car is a liability, bro. Having a car is a big time liability, man. Because you pay, like, I don't know, and it always breaks down and stuff. So I don't even have a car. I have a driving license, but I just walk around, take the train. And the funny thing about the train is, they got internet on the train. Nah, bro. What did I say at the beginning of the video, bro? Don't be saying bad things in the comment section, because this video might get demonetized. I have never been to Guam. What is Guam like? By the way, if you see a painting, a pink Korean chick, I've warned you. They're everywhere. Yeah, man, sometimes you gotta sacrifice for low rent. Yo, wouldn't it be sick if I actually did a live stream in Japan like this, and I actually interacted with people? You know? I think that would do pretty well, actually, you know, when I'd be like, hey. Oh, which Korean chick from the store? Oh, I never did, bro. I never did. I never did, man. I never spoke to the girl from the store. The thing with me is, every time I go to the area, I come from work, and I have like really dirty like work clothes, you know, and when I'm like all sweaty, I'm not gonna chat up some bird, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I feel now. Do you see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think I should, man. I think I should. She'll make nice content. Like, it'll be nice, like, in terms of content wise as well. I've got an iPhone 6S Plus or something like that. Really old iPhone, but it's working, bro. Yes, my main guy Yannick. Wie geht's dir? Yo, there's this one guy I spoke to one time. He was like in one of my videos. He's in the live chat right now. Yeah, but I don't think I should wear a secret camera now, because like YouTube is really hammering down on people, man. Like, you know, like, it's getting. Look at this Korean place, really nice. Like stuff like that, you know. And when you come here at night, it's always really packed and full. It's like, it's a lively area, bro. But yeah, like I was saying is, yeah, Yannick, bro, check this out. I'm in Australia. This is what it looks like. Awesome place. Here in Australia, there are a lot of Filipinos too. In Sydney, Strathfield. It's called Strathfield. You'll see. Like right now, it's not a good weather, so there are not that many Koreans out there, but you'll see them, bro. They'll all be wearing masks and stuff. Yo, did any of you guys? Sorry, nah. Did any of you guys hear me swearing during this live? At all? I dare you to tell me you heard me swear. Exactly. Jozo is getting censored. No, I'm joking. Jozo's stepping his game up. Jozo's stepping. Alright, here we are. That's like the main area. What do you mean, oh Tyrone? Yeah, man. Check this out. Like, nice restaurants everywhere, man. But the thing is, man, I want to go there, but I'm trying to save my money for Japan. I'm trying to save all my money for Japan. Hey, and look, so many Koreans, man. They all look like Western guys too, man. They all look really tall. Like, most of them are taller than I am, bro. Muscly and everything, like. Yeah, I don't know, man. Today is not a good day, so there's not many people out here. I'm heading to... He says, are Korean girls easy to get in Australia? I don't know, I haven't tried. Properly. Like, if I try and talk to them, they're just a bit more awkward, you know? But, I don't know, I haven't tried. And the ones I tried, it was not easy. Yeah, nah. In fact, even Japanese, they're not easy. Like, come on, bro. It's just like, it's not like whether they're easy or not easy. It's like people forget, like, there is a dating culture, right? Everywhere you go, every country, they all have a different dating culture. Once you can crack that, then it will be easy. But beforehand, it's not easy. It seems difficult. And that's basically what's my book about. Like, I'll give you like the crack to the dating culture, you know? Because if you come to Japan and fucking almost swore there. If you come to Japan and you try and apply what you know, I'm not sure, almost. So yeah, here in Japan they have got the same system, right? Like stuff like this, right? And if you jump over it, they will just look at you, they won't say anything. They won't say anything. Wait, hold on, let me just tap my card. Make sure you don't see my card. Let me cover my screen so you don't see my card. Flemington. Platform 8. Yeah, I've got my hands full as well. Yeah, man, it's pretty chill here in Australia, but not gonna lie. Great content. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yo, man. Where all the Asians at? Like, it looks like I'm lying to you guys, but I'm not lying. This is like the Korean suburb, but for some reason they're all hiding in their homes. Maybe because today is Sunday or something. By the way, if you haven't already, join my Discord. Link should be in the description below.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
What's different in China? What?
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
I've never been to China. Didn't we talk about David Bond last live? I found Osaka women are much more dominant than anywhere else in Japan. Osaka women? I don't know. Like, Osaka women, let me think. Yeah, I agree.
Next stop.
It's just where you go, man. They're all a bit different, you know? Yeah, nah, I don't have really any stories about blonde guys in Japan. All I know is they do really well. They do really well, man. It's just that, like, anywhere around the world, white, blonde, you guys do really well because. And I interviewed a lot of girls and people, asked them why this is, and it's mostly what most people said is because white people came with a lot of inventions. So they think, so basically the more value you add to the world, the more desirable you are in different countries, you know? And partly the media as well, the media pushes it on you as well. And it makes a lot of people have like a negative self-image if you don't meet that specific requirements. Why do you think all the Asians want to have big eyes? Why do you think there's all these whitening product pushed out to like non-Western countries? It's a thing. Yeah, but the myth, it's not a myth, by the way, bro. It's a real thing. Like, I can't talk about it here on YouTube, but yeah, it's a real thing. Yeah, I like that. Adventure with Dalen. I like that. You just hit the nail on the spot. Oh, how many? I don't share that number. I don't share anything like that on YouTube because yeah, but in Korea they
This train will stop at Flemington.
in Korea they on the 18th birthday what they do is in Korea on the 18th birthday what they do is they get like surgery as a birthday present because in Korea it's if you check out my interview with the Korean girl, if you don't look pretty then you won't get a job, apparently. That's what I've heard. I might be wrong, but that's what Kelly, my Korean friend, told me. She's like, it's really hard in Korea, man.
This station is
Everybody is supposed to like be top high standard, you know? And trust me, like the area where I live, yeah, trust me, in the area I live, for some reason you won't see one Korean girl that does not look like a 10. Maybe a 9, but that's rare. Dancehall music. Yeah, man. If you can do that, bro. I find I noticed that a lot of people, like, they just join the military and they get paid to move somewhere. You know, especially if you don't have kids or family or anything like that, you should be good, G. Alright. Oh man, I have no idea where I'm supposed to head. I'm trying to get to the Flemington Market. Sorry, boss. Do you know where the Flemington Market is? Oh, thank you. Yeah, man. I've never been here, so I'm trying to get some cheap fruits and stuff. I have older brother that has been living in Osaka for years. Oh shit, sorry, I didn't even see your comments. Sorry, bro. I'm from the US, blah blah gram. I'm buying a home in Japan. Yo, like, tell me about buying a home in Japan, cause like, I'll be interested to know, because apparently buying a home as a foreigner is super expensive. I wouldn't know, man. Oh, Dinesh, if you don't know why you just subscribe to my channel, you don't have to, bro. You don't have to subscribe. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I don't know my brother who lives in Osaka. Osaka is a cool place, by the way. Like, I liked Osaka a lot. It's a lot, like, it's the nightlife capital of Japan. But I like Okinawa more because it has a balance, you know? It has, first of all, there's a lot of Japanese. Like, Okinawa is the only place that really likes, like, where black men do better than any other race, you know? That's one. The second reason why I like it over there is, damn, look how handsome I look in the lightning. What? The second thing is, like, it's tropical, it's chill, you know, so you could go to the beach and it's beautiful. Thank you. You could go to the beach and it's beautiful, right? Then you could go to the city and you know, like, to your hotel, and the clubs and the restaurants are really just like really close, you know? So you have everything. So I know what makes me happy. And I don't know what makes you happy, but what makes me happy is good weather, food, women, right? But this only lasts for so long. It doesn't last for long. Because you have, as a guy, you have to have some other thing that gives you a reason to live for, you know? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's this one comment I read in Reddit where there was one guy who said, like, oh man, I don't know what I'm living for. I wish we would still be in wars so I could actually serve a purpose and die for my country. And I was like, oh man, that's so sad, because actually I had the same problem when I finished traveling. Like, the first round of traveling, I had a few questions about Aboriginal peoples and stuff, about people in Japan. Like, you know how the interview questions I have? Once I've answered all the questions, yeah, I didn't know what else to do, you know? Hey, brother. I didn't know what else to do, bro. So instead, what I did is I retreated to Sri Lanka beach and just, like, stayed in the beach, you know, and just, like, drink, like, tequila shots and, like, party. And for the first 2 days it was awesome, but then it became boring and lonely because I didn't have, like, an underlining thing to keep me going, you know? And I don't know whether it's just like me, but I find that everybody should have something, otherwise you just exist, you know? Look, oh, in terms of my audience, I want to know what is your passion or something that you're hoping to achieve one day. You know, have you got something that you live for? Obviously, mine is YouTube. Oh yeah, oh Dinesh. Oh, I just saw your comment. So, brother, I don't know where you're from, but yeah, just don't watch my videos if you don't like it. Just don't watch, bro. YouTube is a free platform. We can look at different content creators. You know, you can go talk to like watch content creators that analyze flowers or pigeon studies. Go there, bro. Nah, I'm not gonna block him. Why would I block him? And talk to him, bro. Let me talk to him. Dinesh, there's some content creators. They analyze pigeons. Do you know what I mean? Go and watch them. Pigeon studies, bro. Oh, check this out. But yeah, man. Before you leave and unsubscribe, Dinesh, please like this video, and then you can leave. Oh wow, this is like a supermarket, bro. Check this out. Jozu in an Australian supermarket. Yo, I have a question. How much is this? Two for $10?
Yeah.
If I put my next to this one, which one looks better? In the comments. In the comments, let me know which one looks better. Oh, I'm beautiful? Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He says none. So Jozu is like when I studied Japanese, I heard the word Jozu and I asked them, what does Jozu mean? And they said it means capable, competent, and confidence, you know, like somebody who can do stuff, you know, in Japanese. And I was like, damn, that's a nice name. And I always remember that name. It's like, oh, maybe one day I'll call my son Jozu, give my son Jozu, the name. And then I decided to travel and I was like, hold up, what's my channel name gonna be? Maybe it should be Jozu. Oh shit. Excuse me, do you take cards or just cash? Cash. Do they have an ATM here somewhere? Oh, where? Thank you. Yeah, so Jozu, but the spelling is a bit wrong. There shouldn't be a H in it. But when I created my YouTube channel, somebody already took the name, so I just put a H in it, and then I kind of got used to it, you know? Yo, Tyrone, I can't read Japanese like that. I can't read kanji. So, might as well, you know, put it back into English. Damn, where's the ATM? What? I'm lost. ATM. Oh, excuse me. Where's an ATM? Have you got? Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm 3 years older than you. How do you know how old I am, bro? Does anybody know how old I am? Where in Australia are you? Okay, this looks like Australia, but really like Australia is so like international. You wouldn't know it's Australia, man. It looks like Indonesia, actually, this part here. I'm currently in Sydney. Oh man, somebody is selling Green. Oh, it's not a big deal here in Australia, man. Australia, look. Yeah, no, I'm not 27, bro. I'm 25. Australia, they really took like, they really had like, they really controlled the virus. So masks is not mandatory, but a lot of Asians, they wear masks. So I can't breathe with mask, man. Even though like I've got a big nose and like, trust me, I can't breathe, man. If I have the mask, man, I can't. $20. Hey, bro, man. The guy who said, only Sims live in Sydney. I don't know. I don't think you know what you're saying, bro. Mate, every second guy looks like a alpha male pure here in Australia, man. Trust me. I don't know what you're saying, bro. They all look like at least 5'4", muscly as hell. Tattoos and everything, bro. In fact, you will have a big time, like a hard time, if you actually want to compete for white girls here, bro, because they're all really like good looking, especially the islanders, bro. Oh, good call. So yeah, man, they all look really good here, like especially the islanders, bro. If you see some of the islanders, like I always ask them where they from, bro. Like some of the islanders, bro, they are the quintessential, like they all look like Khal Drogo. You know Khal Drogo? They all look like, what's the actor's name? Jason, whatever, like from Game of Thrones, man. They all look like this. Yeah, Jason Momoa. No, I mean islanders in terms of like islanders, like the Pacific Islanders, like Samoan, Tongans, Fijians. What? Samoans, New Zealand's, like the Maoris. Trust me, like they all look really good, man. So yeah, I'm staying in front of the ATM. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to get out some cash. And I got a thing for island girls as well, but do you know what I mean? I'll show you one in a minute. Yeah, you never find an island that's shorter than 6'6" or something like that. They're all really tall. But the thing is, they're like gentle giants. They're really nice. They're not as aggressive as African Americans, you know. They're like more like, hey, go lucky, happy, jokey, you know. But if you piss them off, yeah, then you have to deal with a giant. Yeah, man. I don't understand how, like, I never heard of them, because I think they have like the most superior genetics there is, you know, in terms of like people. Yo, man, if you want to ask me questions like this, just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna get out some money. So yeah, oh man, thanks for bearing with me, man. No, okay, look, Lamar and Gio, they were both black. I know in the video, I put Gio as a white guy, but I didn't want to put his real face because I don't know. So I put like a Latino guy because Gio is basically Dominican Republic, so he looks kind of mixed, you know. So they're both black. Both have a hard time to get approval from their parents, bro. If you black, no doubt you have a harder time. So, you know, if you black, you no doubt you have a harder time. So I find in a way, if you can get like a foreign chick, right, as a black man, you're doing pretty damn well. Like, you know, and I'm not hating. What I want you to do, because I find that a lot of people on YouTube and stuff, they're hating, you know, because oh this and that, and they suck their thumb. You don't want to be like that. Look at the things that you can control, you know. Wow, look at this, bro. You know, just deal with girls that want to deal with you, you know. There's this one that, like, my favorite boxer, Roy Jones, he went onto like Joe Rogan's show. And he said something very, very, very profound that really sat with me, man. Is don't date a girl that you want, that you like. Date a girl that likes you. She'll treat you better that way. You're right. She will treat you better that way. Because, and I've noticed, because like, I don't know, it's like the more you like them, the less they will like you, and vice versa. You know? Yeah, you just give it time, bro. Like, if you want to talk to a Japanese woman and you want to get the approval of her parents, just show the parents that she's your world and that you're not there just to play with them. You know? And if you do a lot of things for them and you go like the extra mile, you will like them. Oh, I should have a look? What are you selling?
Very good massage for back, neck, shoulder.
Oh, massage.
Yeah, massage gun.
How much?
110, I make it $100. 1 year free guarantee.
Really?
You wanna try?
Please, let me try.
Okay.
If it's because I have got like neck pain, you know?
Yeah.
Hold up. Yeah. Oi. Dude, here. Oh my god. Ah! Other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harder on this side. Oh my lord. Okay. But I have one question, bro.
Yeah.
One question. How do I use it? Like,
It's simple. Off on.
no. But brother, I'm alone.
So what? I can do myself.
I'm a single man.
Okay, you can do you yourself. Yeah.
I have no wife. I have no kids.
Nothing to do. You can do you.
Yes.
I can help you.
Oh man, felt good. Yo, there's stuff here that you can easily get on like AliExpress, Alibaba, and the people here are wholesalers, man. It often means that you have to date girls less attractive than you. Date girls less attractive than you. I kind of disagree with it, you know, because I disagree with it because, like, you don't really have to like him. Like you can really like him, but you don't. What I'm saying is, don't let them know how much you like him, right? Don't ever let them know how much you like him, because if you do, then they will leverage it. You know, they'll be like they'll throw their weight around a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? Like in one of my videos, there was this really, 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 I'm gonna use a polite term, attractive young lady. And I thought she was out of my league, if I'm gonna be honest with you, but I never let her show. In fact, I kind of ignored her. I gave her a little bit of an attitude, you know? And in the end of the day, she ended up like chasing me, you know? And then, like, after all of the, you know, after everything, you know what I mean? I told her I liked her from the start, and then she looked at me and she said, "Really? It didn't seem like that." You know, it made her think, bing, 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 you know? And now let me give you like the opposite. Let me give you like the opposite view on what I'm trying to explain. So I used to have this Indian girlfriend, right? That I treated like bananas, bro. I treated her so bad because yeah, like I felt like I could do better. She was good looking, she was, you know, but I felt like a guy of my stature at college and stuff, and like in my last year of college, I was like popular and stuff. I was like, I could get one of those bodies, you know, you only bad. So I kind of like didn't give her too much time of the day, and she would always hope for more, right? But mind you, this one time I did something really terrible, which I'm not gonna go into, but I really, really messed her up. Really bad, right? And she stopped talking to me. She stopped talking to me for 3 months, right? And during the 3 months, all of a sudden, I realized what I lost. I kind of realized that, oh man, I actually really needed her, because once somebody loves you unconditionally, you kind of get overly confident, as in like they won't leave, so I can do whatever, right? But yeah, so I lost her for 3 months, bro. She didn't talk to me, man. I would sip and write her letters and stuff, like apologies, I'm sorry I did that to you. Like, but what I did, like out of a scale from 0 to 10, in terms of badness, was like maybe a 9, right? Let's say cheating is a 6. I did something really bad, which was 9, right? I'm not gonna say, oh, check this out, that's really nice. That's so cute. Haha. Nice. So yeah, I did something that was maybe like a 9, right? Mind you, I threw a house party. That was like the last day, like the last week of college. I threw a house party. Guess who turned up? She turned up with her friends, you know? And at the end, like I had like I had like a choice between different girls, but I chose her. Even though the other girls were more attractive, I chose her because she had me in my feelings, you know? And when I asked, and then, you know, when I asked her later on, why did you stop talking to me and this and that, she flat out told me that she was just acting up. She just played a game. She never lost any feelings for me. She just wanted me to appreciate her, so she wanted, like, that was all a strategy, right? The minute she actually admitted that, all my attraction for her, like all the like wanting to get her back, all of the intention, like all the emotions, they all kind of like evaporated, because it was all an act kind of thing, you know? She showed me how much she liked me. Does that make sense? But if you're wondering and if you don't know, and it's like, oh man, she doesn't like me anymore. Let me try to be sweet to her so I can win her back. Does that make sense? And the more you do for her, the more invested you get into her. And the more you like her in turn. Does that make sense? So, by the quote I say, don't date a girl that you want, date a girl that likes you. You could play it in such a way where you like the girl. Oh, sorry, boss.
No.
You can play it in such a way where you like the girl, but she doesn't know how much you like her. Does that make sense? So she will treat you a lot better that way. Don't be the girl and reveal all your cards, bro. Doesn't matter how close you are. You know, and that's what girls trying to do. They're trying to make you reveal the cards because they're trying to like push you so bad to where you have to be a man, you know? Because the minute you break, then you'll be like, oh man, I was hoping he would kind of resist my whatever test I'm putting him through kind of thing. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, bro. Yeah. You can't, bro. Super, what's this? What's this? Let me just check directions. Oh man, bro, like they do it all the time, bro. Even if you don't realize it, if you don't notice, then that means you probably have passed it, you know. But if you kind of like get in your feelings and stuff like I used to do, then you probably will haven't passed it. You probably did really bad, you know. The loudest guy wins. Yeah, I want mangoes. I want myself some mangoes and some bananas. Nah, like everybody will make you jump for hoops, bro. Everybody will make you jump for some hoops, man. Like, it can't be helped. And that's like nature. And I bet you make people jump for hoops as well, you know? $15 a box? That's a lot of money, man.
$20 strawberry, $20 there. 18 and above, 18 and above.
Oh, brother. Brother, I want to buy a box, but I only got $13. All right.
$15 here, box, men down here, $15.
All right, I'll buy one. Yeah. Get me a good one, please.
Which one you like, brother?
This one, the underneath one. Thank you. Just put it there. I'll just deal with it. Have you got a bag or something? No? Alright.
Only $15 here, box, men down here, 15.
Alright. I got my own bags here.
$15 here, box, men down here, $15. What? 30, 25,
Shh, let me just put the mangoes in my bag.
Only $15 here, box, men down here, $15. Which one, brother?
Yo.
Only $15 here, box, men down here, $15.
£7 is the equivalent of $15, bro. He's talking about Australian dollars. So I'm currently in Australia. $15 Australian dollars is the equivalent to £7. Yeah. And then he's like bananas too. What? Come on, you guys know me. I like bananas. Hello, my brother. How much one banana? Say again? $4. Oh, can I have this one, please?
Yeah, whatever you want.
How much is this?
Anything else?
Oh no, that's just it. All right, thank you. Hey man, I'm taking you guys shopping with me. You know what I mean? That shows how. Thanks. That's just show how dear Team Jules is to my heart. Do you know what I mean? I'm letting you guys into my personal life. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the train station and see what I'm talking about. Like Islanders, man, they got the juice. The minimum wage in Australia, you won't believe it, it's $25, not $23 an hour. $23 an hour. Now, that's the minimum wage, right? Think about it. In my previous job, I would make $38 an hour. Overtime, that would be $60 an hour. So Australia, because the population is really small, you make a bargain, bruv. You make so much money just working, and that's how I'm able to finance my travel, if you want to know the secret. You know? But the thing is, so Australia is really nice because they are so low in population, so they want people to work, right? And if you work, they pay you good. All right, you want to know the secret? Obviously, they're really picky, right? But first of all, I have a German passport, right? So first of all, I have a German passport. And German passport is probably like the strongest passport in the world. And the fact that I've traveled so much and left countries, it kind of proved to them that I'm not like an immigrant, an illegal immigrant that wants to like flee my country because my country is already better than yours. Why would I, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, you know? So even though they are picky, they're still desperate, you know? Especially during this season because they have like closed the borders to the whole world and people have to leave because they don't have like a permanent residency here. Yeah, I'm on a temporary visa. Australia, listen, like, you have to come here and see for yourself. Because if your country doesn't really pay you well, you gotta go somewhere else, you know? Like in the UK, I would make, what would I make? Like $7 an hour, £7 an hour, which is the equivalent to like 14 Australian dollars. But the minimum wage here is 23, but I make 30, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm revealing a lot of secrets, juicy secrets here in this live chat. So yeah. Yeah, but I want to leave because I feel like, I don't know. Let me ask you guys. Like, do you think it'll be a good time to leave for Japan now, or because like, what would be the pros and what would be the cons? Yeah, but look, I only got like 3 more months in Australia. I can either leave now for Japan because Japan just opened the borders to Australia only, or I could stay and make a little bit more money. But then again, it's opportunity cost, isn't it? My long-term goals. My long-term goals. I don't really have any long-term goals, really. Because every time I used to have a long-term goal, it would always change. But really, my long-term goal, like as far as I can see ahead, I want to live in Africa. That's my goal, you know. But employment in Africa is bad. So I'm gonna kind of like find a way. I'll have to kind of maneuver my way through this, so that I can actually like live in Africa. Because if you have been here in the voice chat, in a live, I told you like what makes me happy is sun, pretty women, and good food. And Africa has got all of these, you know. Because it's really chill. One thing I've noticed about third world countries, if you want to put it, and it's just my opinion, I might offend a lot of people, is third world countries, you're free. Literally, bro. It's a feeling where you have a sense of freedom, right? For example, in Indonesia, I didn't have a driver's license for my first run of travel, but I was still able to drive a car, motorcycle, do whatever I wanted, right? And you're free. And if something happens, you can pay off the police. Like, it's just like you're not molded, you know? Like, you're not like society. As long as you have money, you can do whatever you want. Whereas in a Western society, oh, please don't take this defensive way, but like they're trying to neuter you, you know? They're trying to mold you into being something that you're not. You know? There's rules, there's regulations, you know? Even though it has its upside, it's all organized, it's all like low crime and stuff. It kind of takes the animal out of us, especially us boys, you know? It takes the animal out of us. Like, you know, when you are faced with a situation, but you think, oh, the consequences will be this, that. I want to talk to this person, but it's not socially acceptable, you know? You know, like anything, the natural urges you have are kind of like beaten out of you, you know? No, I'm not saying tax-free. I'm not talking about tax-free. I'm saying free in the sense that you have a sense of freedom that you don't get, for example, in Japan or in Germany, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, in a chokehold. Yeah, like, okay, I'll give you an example in Germany. Germany is like the best country in the world on paper. Wait, I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm going. Excuse me. If I want to go to Rhodes, what platform do I? Stratfield. What platform do I have to take? Number 3, the train I just missed, right? Thank you. Yo, man, if you think I'm handsome, it's just the lightning. I'm not really that handsome, man. It's just, it's not real. Oh, man. It's not real at all, bro. So yeah, where was I? Oh, fuck. So yeah, I'll tell you what it is. Germany is like the best country on paper, right? They've got awesome welfare. They have they're just like really clean, and you don't have to pay for hospital bills and stuff. They give you a lot of money to, like, if you're unemployed, they give you like a lot of like unemployment abilities. But on the other side, like, they control everything you do, right? If you spend money on stuff, like if you, for example, if you save up your money and you buy a really, really nice car, boom, the government is on you. It's like, hey, where'd you get that money from? This and that. It's just like really constrained, you know. It's really like, I don't know how to put it. Like, it's like you're in a box, you know. You everybody's supposed to have a good living standard, but nobody's supposed to be rich. Nobody's supposed to stand out, be different, be himself. In that way, you get depressed, bro, because people are putting you in a box that you don't fit in. It's like torture, bro. You know what I'm saying? People in the comment section speaking Swahili now. Oh, my king, yeah, man. It's bad. It's really bad, man. I had to leave, man. It's really bad, and I'm trying never. I'll never go
The
back there.
train on platform 4 goes to Leppington via Granville. First stop Lidcombe, then Auburn, Granville, then all stations to Liverpool, then Casula, Glenfield, Edmondson Park, and Leppington.
Yeah. Yeah, never. You know, sometimes when. You know, sometimes when something treats you really bad, and then you give it some space, and it changes your memory. Let's say you have a really bad relationship, and then you give the girl some, like, you leave the girl for a bit, and then you all of a sudden you only remember the good memories. That's me. Bro, I'm from Ghana, and that's my long-term goal. Yeah, I'm looking to move there. Maybe start up some startup company, you know. In fact, long-term goals. I want to create more employment. He says Ghana jollof is better.
Customers on platform 4. The next train does not stop at this platform. Please stand behind the yellow line. Please stand clear.
Yeah, man, like, almost. Whatever you want to do, bro, go with it full force, man. And in terms of dream, right? Like, what I'm doing right now, I'm living my dream, right? Like, I actually want to help, what do you say, nerdy guys to become more confident, you know? Nerdy guys, introverts, whatever you want to call it, so they can actually come out of their box and live life, right? And that was my dream since 6 years, and I only started now. Oh damn, this train doesn't even stop here. I don't know what you're saying, whether it's a hub.
Customers
No,
on
but listen.
The next train does not stop
What
at this platform.
I'm not looking for an
Please
uphill
stand
battle.
behind the
I'm
yellow
looking for
line.
people who want to be
Please
helped.
stand clear.
Does that make sense? And with like a YouTube and social media and stuff, people can just find you, right? People can just find you, and if they don't want to be helped, they can stop watching your videos. But I'm not wasting my time because the help is already out there. You know, I've already posted the video, you know? And I find that a lot of guys that I'm trying to help, they're attracted to Japan. So I'm using Japan and Japanese girls to get the audience. And now and then I put a little bit of medicine into their steak. You know, like, this is how you become a little bit more confident. The steak is Japanese girls, but the real medicine is like the tips that I give you, like, yeah, just like, for example, how to start a conversation, like whatever is, you know, like currently in mind. Because yesterday I had this one guy, he had like really low self-confidence because he's been hurt before.
The yellow line.
And I told him, look, don't let it define you. Being black is not a deal breaker. Just look for somebody who actually appreciates you for being black. Because what I find is that I never succeeded in Tokyo the first time around is because I was trying to get everybody, right? People who don't like black people, who are scared of black people, you know, are trying to, you know, get everybody. Instead, what I should have done is just go to places where being black is cool. Does that make sense? You save yourself a lot of headache. And the girls are also attractive. In fact, you could even argue the girls over there are more attractive because they're trying to fit into the black girl just to get the highest quality black male. Does that make sense? They have like the hoop earrings, they're putting on a little bit of weight, they look Japanese, but they're a bit more tanned. And I find personally that's a lot more attractive, you know? Yo man, all I'm asking you guys to do is, I don't know any of those forums, share my videos on those forums. I don't want to promote my book because they don't know me yet. I only want people to get my book if they think it will help them, right? Because nobody has the time to read through everything or to like look at the synopsis. People who are interested and people who need, like who are already interested in the topic, they will have the time. So they will look at my videos, and if they think, okay, the guy is talking sense, let me check out his book then, right? But I don't want anybody who thinks that my book won't be helpful to him to buy my book. That's not what I'm after, you know? Our Asian America, our Japan. Go to our Asian America, Japan. Yo, you know, there's this one Reddit forum, right? I shared one of my videos there, right? It got like posted on the front page of Reddit, and in one day, in fact in 6 hours, I got 1,000 subscribers. That was I went from 4,000 to 6,500, something like that, bro. It was, what forum was it? It was Things That Make Me Smile, or something like that. Things That Make Me Smile. So I posted one of my Japanese videos over there.
Customers
Bruh.
on platform 4, the next train does not stop
Oh,
at this
great.
platform. Please stand behind the yellow line. Please stand clear.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot.
The next train to arrive on platform 3 goes to
I'm not
stop,
awake.
Strathfield,
No passion
then Burwood, Ashfield, Redfern, Central, Town Hall,
Your passion for
Wynyard,
technology?
Circular Quay,
Tell me more.
St James, and Museum.
Yo, by the way, boys, like, only the real followers, the real supporters, the real, like, join my Discord, man. Like, that's where it's at, you know? You can talk to me personally. No, it was not the Love Hotel video. It was the video about why people in Japan live the longest. And I don't know, for some reason, it just intrigued the people on Reddit, but on YouTube, nobody's watching it. It's really strange. Like, people on Reddit love it, but people on YouTube don't really click on the video. Yo, people who live in Africa or have been to Africa, tell me what's like. Because I have like this fantasy of what it'll be like, but I don't know what's like. Tell me more about Ghana, and tell me more about Nairobi in Kenya. Yeah, just whatever country you've been to, just tell me, like, what are the people like? Is life hard there? How much do you need to like live there, or like live there for a month or something like that? Is it dangerous? What's the food like? Are there pretty women? What's the weather like, you know? Wealth inequality. I see. Most of my neighbors will be expert. Ah, mosquitoes, yeah. Get malaria. Get malaria.
The next train to arrive on platform 4
I'm
goes
heading.
to
I'm heading to
Orpington
Aldi.
via Granville. First stop Lidcombe, then Auburn.
The place I'm telling you about is where the Korean girls work. The Korean girl I was telling you about, where she works.
Glenfield,
Maybe I'll see her. This time I look fly so I can talk to her. NetTech 1. I'll tell you why Japanese people live longer. It's the tropical weather, and they eat healthy food. They eat like a lot of like Goya. Goya is like it's like this vegetable that makes you live longer. Basically, it's really bitter. It's really bitter in taste and stuff, but it makes you live longer. And also when they eat, one thing is like older people, they don't eat, it's called harahachibu. They don't eat like till they're full, they eat like till they're 80% full, because your body, when you get older, takes too much energy to digest stuff, you know? And on top of that, they've got like a strong support community. Half of the battle is having good people around you, man. If you're lonely, which is the worst, then it's just like your mental health. Mental health dictates everything, but people take it for granted, you know? Mental health people take for granted, bro, because you can't see it. It's a shame, but
next station is Flemington.
Flemington. Oh man.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
Yeah, Ghana's the place where I want to live in. I want to live in Ghana. But then again, I've got this fantasy about Africa, you know, like, that might not be real, you know? But I have to go and check myself. Like, honestly, the last country I would want to live in would be Germany. The last country, bro.
Next stop.
Or Japan. I wouldn't want to live in Japan either. Maybe Okinawa, but that's not really Japan. Okinawa is like an island that used to be its own kingdom, and Japan just took it over. It's not bad, bro. It's not bad at all, bro. It's not bad, but they will, like, it's not bad. It's nice, but you will know that you're not wanted. It's just like a little feeling, you know? It's just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah? Yo, Mark Calm, tell me more about it. 500 pounds is a lot of money, bro. But maybe I will spend less because I've got family there and I don't really have to pay rent. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, man. Yeah, you know, I've had it with cities, bro. I mean it, I've had it with cities. I'm tired of cities, bro. Like, I've been in towns and cities all my life. Like, I want to live in, like, somewhere tropical, you know? Like, you know, or somewhere mounty, you know? Like, I was really happy when I was in Nepal. In the Nepalese mountains. Damn, my hairline is no good. Hey Shibuya, you're a genius, bro. You basically outline all my plans. Yeah, I think so too, bro. I think that's what I intend to do. Maybe hit up Japan for a bit. Film a bunch of videos. Once I've got enough, I'll probably head to Africa for a bit just to see what's like. And then come back to Japan for the Olympics. Good idea. You good, boss? You know, sometimes when you walk down the street, right? Do you sometimes get it where guys with trying to stare you down, and then you look at them and like you don't back down either? You look at him, he looks at you, you look at him, and you guys trying to see who's the tougher guy. Does that ever happen to you? As this, I don't want to swear, but some guy, bruv, just trying to stare me down. I look at him, he looks at me. I was like, "You're right, boss." And they can either interpret it any way they want. "You're right, boss." Okay. They can either interpret it as like, "Look, what's your problem?" Or it's like, "Hey, boss, how are you?" Yeah, man, but it's more like no, but that guy was no, that guy was pretty good though.
Then all stations to Blacktown and then all stations to Richmond.
Yeah, man. Go, 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 go. Good on you. Yeah, man, but sometimes guys don't know me, bro. Guys don't know what I could do to them, bro. No, but I'm talking about like guys who are also confident, who look like you, bro. You know? But it's like they want to exert the dominance, like, hey man, you look cool. Let me just show that I'm a bit more alpha than you, you know? I'm like, hey, you don't know me, bro. You're talking to Midlands champion, bro.
To arrive on platform 6 goes to Penrith
Yeah.
via Parramatta. First stop Lidcombe, then Auburn, Clyde, Granville, Harris Park.
Yo, do you know the annoying thing about boxing?
Seven Hills, Blacktown, and then all
You
stations
spend all
to
these
Penrith.
years boxing, right? All these years fighting. Oh man, look, there's like some Aussie girls, Asian Aussie girls that look like dimes, bro. So you spend all these years boxing, right? All these years fighting, yeah? And once you can do it really well, you don't really need it anymore. What does boxer structure mean? I have no idea what boxer structure means. Yo, there's this pink Asian girl, bro. What? Like how do you call it? The Aussie chicks, bro. If they're like born here, ABC kind of thing. Yeah, but I don't know. Let me say hi. Oh. Clyde. It's the wrong train. I was cockblocked by the train. That's funny. Yeah, nah, I always made sure, bro. Like, I punch properly.
The train on platform
Yeah, my phone is about to die.
goes to Penrith via Parramatta. First stop Lidcombe, then Auburn, Clyde, Granville, Harris Park, Parramatta, Westmead, Seven
Yeah, man.
Hills,
Wow, that was a babes, bro. I was gonna say hi, bro.
stations to Penrith.
But then the train. But yeah, it's alright. It's all good. Yeah, boxing is not. It's not something I would want to do long term, bro. Because when you're young, you're not scared, you know. When you're older, you realize, oh, it has like consequences, but you don't know, and everybody keeps quiet about it. I always wondered, don't you get hit in the head? You know, you get hit in the head. Too much of any sport is not good, you know, because your body decays. The only sport I would say is like, all right for you is, you know, the ice sport where you kind of like scrub the floor to get the ball in the right spot. I think that's like the only sport I would advocate for anybody to go for. Sorry, I didn't understand. If you live all the way in the starters, I'm assuming you mean Africa. How would you go about getting a sugar mama without moving to Japan? I need somewhere to stay for the Olympics. Oh, States. Oh, bro, why don't you look for one? Why don't you look for one in the States and then come to the Olympics with her? You know? That's what I would do. Yo, man, he spelled state status. Come on, bruh. Chill out. Status. Yeah, man, just try and get a sugar mama. But getting a sugar mama is actually, it's not that hard, bro. Bro, okay. My book, the first book, is Dating for the Socially Awkward, but my second book is coming out in, I think, next Tuesday, in 8 days. So it's not out yet. If you haven't got my my first book, it's pretty useful. But the second book is more specific to Japan. You know, I think that's what you're after. No. I'll be self-employed, bro. Come on, bro. I'll be self-employed. You know, like I'll probably start an online business, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I won't even need workers. Nah, you can't pre-order, man. I contacted them, like the publishing company, and they say, oh, we don't provide the option of pre-order. However, if you think this should be an option that we should consider, please feel free to write us a suggestion. I was like, I wanted to swear just now, but I'm careful about that. Yeah, they don't provide no pre-orders, man. But it's gonna come out anyway, man. Just make sure you have like how do you call it? Just make sure you have got like the notification bell on, and then I'm gonna post it because I priced it incorrectly. I priced it actually not the correct price. So if you fast, you'll get it for like a cheaper price. But as soon as it's published, I will change the price with the quickness. All right. So my first book. My first, because it was my first book, it took me like what, 5 months. But writing it doesn't take that long. It's crafting it, you know, editing it, getting it through publisher and all of that. Like that takes ages, you know. But this book was a lot quicker because I found that I will give you the golden nuggets right away. Because the first book is more about how to get the confidence, how to talk to girls, and how to like develop that inner confidence, even if you're nerd, even if you this and that, right? But this book is specific to Japanese. So in this book, I kind of assume that you have got the confidence and, you know, not necessarily confidence, even if you don't, but like I assume that you at least socially capable a little bit. And I kind of had the, you know, like the etiquette of Japanese culture in it and stuff, and just give you tips that you don't feel lonely and that you won't at least get, that you will at least get some shine in Japan. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he says, how quick, fam. This book, I don't know when I started it, but it should be about 3 months ago. So rather than 5 months, it took me 3 months.
The next train does not stop at this platform. Please stand behind
Rather
the
than
yellow line.
5 months, it took me 3 months.
The next train
Yeah, man. So I'll tell you how you can. I'm trying to take a selfie. Check this out, bro. Check this out. I'm trying to take a selfie, but it doesn't really work because the background. You know, let me just get some help. Excuse me. Can you take like a little video for my wife for me, like this in the background?
Alright.
So, as you know, I'm in Stratford. Is this the train station? Is the main train station?
Yeah.
Do you speak English?
Yeah, I do.
Where are you from?
I'm from Korea.
Ah, 감사합니다. Was that right? I find that there's a lot of Korean people here in Stratfield. Is there any good places you want to recommend me?
Like as in
Like, not only eating, but at least like where I can at least make some Korean friends.
that's a hard question.
Because I find that like Koreans here are a bit more like reserved. Like they stick to each other a little bit more. Am I wrong?
I think it depends on where you're born. Like if you're people born in Australia, they pay more to.
Yeah, you speak no, but I think you're more like, how do you call it? Australian-born Korean? Are you?
No, I'm like Korean born.
But you sound so American. Like I thought you were like. I'm so sorry if I'm got this wrong. Yeah, no. Sorry, what's your name? Hannah. Am I making you feel uncomfortable? Like you.
Oh, I'm kind of like really in a hurry. I thought I was like I'm late for the meeting with my friend.
Well, take care, Hannah. Damn. I told you, man. Like the Korean chicks are a bit more shy and reserved and awkward, and like you're trying to talk to them, and they'll be like, I don't know, this and that, you know. But she was alright. She's alright. She kinda. I have to cut my hair. I know. See what I'm saying? No, but the train just arrived. That's why as well. She vacated the scene. But with Japan, it's a bit easier. I feel like Koreans, they are probably the most difficult people to talk to. How quick fun.
Next stop, North Stratfield.
Oh, in terms of my book, it'll be available on Amazon, so you can get it on Amazon. Writing a book is not that hard. Anybody can do it, really. It's just finding an audience. You know, an audience that you can is interested in the topic. So you gotta talk about trending stuff, you know. And with the Olympics coming up, so this is the thing, right? The initial book cover for my first book, I paid somebody $300 to do it for me. And don't get me wrong, it's a sick cover. But let's be real, man. I could have designed my own cover. So for this book, I designed my own cover. I don't know whether you have seen my latest video where I talk about marrying Japanese girls. That's what I kind of showed you my cover. And I designed it myself. And it doesn't even look that bad. It actually looks pretty good. And I just saved $300 there, you know?
This train will
And I'm
stop
talking about
at
300 Australian dollars, American dollars, not Australian dollars. You know? Anything you want to do, right? The first time is always going to be the hardest. You always have to like learn the ropes. You always have to kind of like go through some difficulties, you know? Don't let learning the ropes kind of like put you off, because the second time around it'll be a lot easier. No, really, I'm telling you. Like, it took me 5 months, now it's only 3 months, and that's because I wanted to actually get like people to check over and like make sure my book is up to scratch, you know?
This station is North Stratford.
Even with travel, like even like with travel, I find that now like I can plan less and have like still a good time. I don't even need like luggage or anything, right? I'd never take any more than 10 kilos with me, and that's because if you travel different countries, you don't want to keep on paying the extra luggage fee kind of thing, you know? And moving around, it's pasty, so you kind of learn the ropes, you know?
Next stop, Concord West.
Honestly, bro, my thoughts on the United States. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm gonna comment on that.
Stop at Concord West.
Like, I don't think I want to comment on that. Like, I find that there's like awesome athletes, and you guys like set awesome trends, you know. But with the things going on in there right now, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I would want to go to America, really, if I'm going to be honest with you. And even like any other Western countries, like I'm kind of like, after seeing what else is out there,
Concord West.
after seeing what else is out there, you kind of like, that's the thing, right? That's the thing about like society. They keep on telling you you have to be a certain way, you have to have a house by this age, you have to have a job that makes this much money and this and that, you know? And that's what I mean by prison. Like, not everybody will fit that standard. Get what I'm saying? Like, in a, for example, like in a poor country, you could, like, for example, in Australia, I couldn't afford going out eating every day, right? I couldn't, because it's expensive. I couldn't afford living in a mansion. It's expensive. The like ghetto areas of Sydney, they're expensive, right? Contrast that to like a third world country, you could do all of that. Same thing, but it's just, it's the same thing. You live in the same life, but people just want to be in the United States because it has a name or everybody looks up to it. But really, it's not. You're like, if you come to, like, if you make money online, or if you make money and take it to like some other country, you could live like a king. And that's what I realized, and that's what's my dream, because I want to live in Africa where I'm not the minority. You know what I'm saying?
This train will stop at Rhodes.
I don't know whether that makes sense though. Like, to me, that makes sense because like I've got African heritage, so I can literally do it, you know. But maybe to you, going somewhere else would be scarier because you'll be a clear foreigner, you know. Yo, but bro, you don't understand, bro. Japan is expensive. don't know, man.
This station is
And-
Rose.
And trust me, you will have a lot more fun if you speak Japanese. Like, if you want to mix with the Japanese people. If you just want to hang out with foreigners, do it where you at, man. But Japanese people are really cool, you know? I know I give like Japanese guys a bad rap, but it's not. It's not that bad, bro. They're awesome, bro. Like, there's just a few that have like this jealousy mindset, but the remaining ones, they're all pretty cool.
Customers on platform 2. The next train does not stop at this platform. Please stand behind the yellow line. Please stand clear.
That's hilarious. There's the Korean girl from over there. Yeah, man. So see how reserved she was. She didn't like to be approached. It's all good, but they're really reserved. So you need to find a bit more of a. You need to find out what their dating culture is, you know. And once you get that, it'll be a lot easier. Yeah. Like, do what you have to do, man. But you gotta go there, because a lot of times, if you don't know, you might not even like it, because it's so different, you know. Damn, bro. It's raining. It's raining and it's getting cold, bro. By the way, this is probably the longest stream I've ever done. And I just wanted to see how long I could go, you know? But man. Let me just fucking... Spare me 1 second. Man, but they're all dimes here, bro. They're all dimes. And I don't know, man, whether it's surgery or something like that, but they're all dimes here. Like, there's this thing, you know, I've noticed, like, the prettier they are, the more reserved they are. If they are more of a, like, close to zero, then they have to kind of learn other things, you know? Then they're forced to be more charismatic, friendly, and respectful, you know? That's with Asians. But Westerners, the prettier they are, the more rude. Not all, of course, but like some. The more rude they are. And the less attractive ones, again, they're really nice. You know? It's really strange how it plays out, man. No, hold up. You guys don't get it, bro. They're all freaky, man. They all are, man. They are all freaky, bro. I'm telling you right now. Like, you know, when I get to Japan, I will open up an OnlyFans, bro. I promise. And I'll talk about this stuff a little bit more in detail, because right now, man, like, it's a bit of a tough cookie here, man. Like, I love YouTube, but I have to be a bit more careful what I say now, because it's just tough, you know? But then again, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, take it from somebody who knows, man. The most innocent looking girl could be a whole nother person once you get to know her, you know? And they are, bro. And it's good because like if you're in a relationship, that's what you want, right? Yo, the Korean shop is open. Maybe let's see whether the Korean girl is in there. Nah, she's not. But it's Sunday, so all good. It's a Sunday. She must not be working. Pretty nice area, right? Yo, where's the girl from? What country? What country is your girl from that you're currently with? Yeah, okay, look, I'm talking about incentives, right? We humans, and this is period, that's fact. We humans only do what we have to do, right? Only do what we have to do, even walking, bro. If you went to space and gravity was not working, you wouldn't walk. Guess what? The muscles in your legs, they would deteriorate, right? So now contrast that with like human interactions. Any pretty boy or any pretty girl, they don't really need to work on their social interactions because everybody's wanting to seek validation from them. So they all try really hard to please them, right? But once they come across somebody who doesn't really want to seek validation from them, they never really learn the skills of actually, how do I put it? Being charismatic because they're dependent on the beauty, right? Let me give you another example. For example, let's say an elite fighter, a boxer who's really tall. He doesn't really bother you learning how to do head. Okay, another example. Deontay Wilder. He's a bronze bomber. He is a knockout artist. He knocks everybody out, right? But one time, because everybody goes on their back foot with him, right? But one time, he met a bigger guy. He met a bigger guy who was 6'9", whereas Deontay Wilder is like 6'7". He met a bigger guy who was the one to push him back. But because everybody was afraid of him and he met the bigger guy who pushed him back, called Tyson Fury, he never learned how to box otherwise because there was no incentive because he was knocking out everybody everywhere, But this time, Tyson Fury was bigger than him, so he really didn't have the knockout power to knock out Tyson Fury. So he was a bit in trouble because he never was forced to develop the skills of boxing on the back foot, where you kind of jab and move. All he knew was how to come forward. But because Tyson Fury was stronger than him, he was overwhelmed by Tyson Fury's power, he couldn't go forward. I hope I bring my point across. Mate, like I got my heart broken, man, when I saw Deontay Wilder. He was like my hero, man. He was like the next Mike Tyson in a way, He was like the next Mike Tyson in a way. He was like the alpha male of the boxers, bro. And when he was representing as well, And when someone like that fought, you fought too, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like I was in a bar with just Australians, right? Australians and English people, right? They were all screaming and cheering, right? And I was the only one cheering for Deontay Wilder, and some Samoans and some Islanders, they were on my side, but they started switching once Deontay Wilder dropped. Then they started switching sides. I was like, how can you be this loyal, like this loyal to someone who support, and you see him lose, you change sides, you know? So I was basically on my own, bro. Yeah, but you know, that's the thing about sports, man. Like you can fight someone and lose, and it will humble you. Mike Tyson said, "Yes, bro, I'm still alive, homie. I'm still out here. I'm trying to go for a long time, but it seems like my phone is out of charge, so I'm gonna go off in a minute." Yo, I've got only 3% on my phone, so. But check out this mall, bruh. Oh, I've never seen it this full. See, like, you know, the virus is not a big deal here in Australia, man. They got it all in check. Yeah, man. Thanks for attending the live. Before you leave, give it a quick like. And yeah, man, I'll catch you guys maybe around, man. Bye bye. Wow, look at this, babes.